Welcome to a brand new episode of the post game. I'm your host Davion, and I'm joined by Ollie.
Yo.
I'm joined by Ela.
Yo.
And we're back, man. Premier League match day 3. It has been a long week. Huh?
Nothing. Keep talking.
It's been a long 2 weeks for my team in particular.
3-0.
It's been tough, but we'll talk about more about that in the later parts of this episode. But before we get into things, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the video. If we say anything that you don't like, please comment so we can respond. Or for the most part, so I can respond because it's always fun when I get to see some comments in each video. But yeah, if you're listening, just give us your feedback. We always love listening to it and getting back to y'all on that. But we'll start off today with Tottenham versus Wolves. Ended in a 1-0 draw to Spurs. I think, how do we feel about this game for one?
It was a struggle bus for Tottenham, and same thing goes to Wolves. Wolves really tried their hardest to draw it up or win the game, but it's just like we said last podcast, they in a bad slump that they can't get out, and it's looking bad. And then for Tottenham to even go 1-0 against Wolves in the form that they in just show that Tottenham really just not that team yet, just to me. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say for the game.
Ollie?
This one wasn't really on my radar. I expected Spurs to win. I thought they would have had more possession this game personally. Not to say that Wolves can't hold possession, but just between this matchup, I'd expect Tottenham to dominate a little bit more. It was like a 1% difference? Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was almost dead even. Yeah, I would have expected them to have at least like 55, a little bit more. So I mean, they got the win, but obviously still a lot more questions that they need answered there. But hey, Harry scored, so that's always good.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. No, but I mean, Wolves had 20 shots, only 3 on target, which is a little lackluster. You got to be able to put the ball on target at least. I mean, it's a pretty even game. I mean, these two teams over the past couple of seasons have been pretty much matched up the same way. Wolves have been surprisingly a little bit better in the better half of the top of the table. And Spurs are Spurs. I mean, they're not going to win anything ever, but they're still going to be a dominant team in the regular season. But I mean, listen, I think Wolves to hold Spurs to only 1 goal. I think they should applaud themselves. Even though they lost, they should still take something from this game. Like, hey, we're moving in the right direction. Maybe we can, take this match and continue because they lost to. I mean, they drew to Fulham last week, and then the first week they lost to Wolves. I mean, to Leeds. So hopefully they can really bounce back here soon and start getting some wins on the board. Next game, Nottingham Forest versus Everton. This ended in a 1-1 draw. I think this works. Everton hasn't been the best recently over the past season and a half almost. And Nottingham Forest newly promoted to the Premier League. Not the best team. They'll probably go back down in my opinion anyway. It shows that both these teams just don't have the talent to be in the Premier League, and so it was just a 1-1 draw for the both of them from me.
None too much to say. Pretty much said everything. Everton's still struggling. Hopefully they can start doing good towards the middle of the season or towards the end, because it would suck to see them relegated. So, and going to the championship. Yeah, pretty much all I gotta say for that. And then Nottingham is Nottingham, so no one really cares about them. We'll see. They'd be lucky to even make it. So, yeah.
I mean, they've started all right. I mean, this start to the season's been pretty ideal for them, I guess, so far. I mean, a 1-1 draw for against Everton definitely should boost Nottingham a little bit, and demoralize Everton a little bit. Just because whenever it doesn't matter your skill level, in my opinion, right here, because this matchup is against a team that's been in the Premier League for how long? Dates back a good minute, right? To a
Yeah.
team that just got promoted. Look at their stadium. It's just like, whoa. So this definitely should feel good for Nottingham. We'll see how long this high can last because they've been playing. I mean, the results that they've had have been decent or good to me for them. So
Yeah.
good on Nottingham. Everton need more points, but
I mean,
not bad. They didn't lose, so that's good.
I mean, they beat West Ham last week, which is big.
Yeah.
West Ham and Everton, they're big clubs in the Premier League. And they lost Newcastle in the first week. But what's getting me so like interested, not even interested in Nottingham Forest, but just like making you like want to turn your eyes, look at them is that like they're bringing in transfers and they're really working the market really well. And so they should really look out. You should really look out for that team over the next couple of weeks as the market begins to close in a couple. And I think about a little bit less than a month, I think. But yeah, Leicester
Oh,
City versus. Huh?
last thing on that one.
Yeah,
This
go ahead.
game was the possession was way too close. I didn't even see this. 51% to Nottingham. They actually had a bit more possession.
Yeah.
This game was way too close in stats wise. I just feel like even in a 1-1 draw, like Everton shouldn't be less possession than a team that just got promoted. So that makes it a little bit worse for them, in my opinion.
I mean, and
Yeah,
Grant.
We could
Oh,
go
agree.
I completely
I agree.
agree. Especially when Everton had 19 shots with 8 on target, and you
Yeah.
can only finish 1 goal. Like you have to really put those. And like this is the thing. Like you have to really put those chances away. And they're failing to right now. And I think it's just mainly because like they don't have a striker. Like a true striker that they can really rely on right now. And so I think that's really been Everton's problem over the past couple of months. Um, but yeah, moving
The
on.
Gunther Fest, Leicester. Yeah, let's talk about them.
Leicester, Southampton. Southampton won 2-1. Um, I mean Southampton's a good team. Leicester's
Good
also
for no, good for Southampton.
yeah, and Leicester's also a good team, but they've just been in a slump over the past couple of weeks. Fofana, their center back he's wanted to move to Chelsea, and he's been out of the club for the week, and they just don't know what they were doing right now, and so it's just like a mess towards the end of this transfer window. I know they just signed Jamie Vardy to a contract, so that whole saga's over. Even though he was still playing, but of course you still play with a chip on your shoulder whenever you know you're up for a contract. Um, but I feel like this Leicester team really needs to like shake back to where they were, because right now they're not the Leicester that we know. If that makes sense.
Agree. For them to have 62% of possession and Southampton only 38%, and then only 6 shots in total, but 1 was on target, that's bad. They need to do better.
I mean, and granted, like I don't know what it is, and I don't know like why like all of a sudden Leicester doesn't look like the Leicester from the top half of the table Leicester. And so I don't know. We have to really I mean they're a team that I will be watching over the next couple of weeks to really figure out what's going on and what their big problem is because I mean they have the players. I mean, I know they're playing with Ward at goalkeeper who's not the best. I know they just got rid of Casper Schmeichel. And so maybe a goalkeeper is what they need. But I mean, they got to really figure out what it is because right now they're failing on all accords.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree.
Yeah, I mean, it isn't much to say here for me. It's just 62 possession. Your only shot on target went in.
Oh, right.
So when it hit the net, it hit the net. So that's good, but dominate so much and just the counters, I guess. I don't even know if I watched all the highlights, but whenever after this first day, once you rifle through these, I'll remember bits and pieces.
yeah.
Oh,
So
I
I might
watched the
have to
game,
go
so
back
I
and look at
remember
this.
it. I remember that game. So I watched it when it was 1-1 before Adam scored the goal to tie it up. And what was going on, pretty much like you were saying, it was counterattacks. Leicester was pushing, attacking the whole time, and they wasn't really getting nothing much. And every time they tried to do something, they made like a bad pass. And Southampton just went up the field, did a long ball, got it, went up, and got the goal. So
Yeah,
Capitalize.
Southampton is definitely rolling right now, which is good for them. I like Southampton. I like seeing them stay up in the Premier League, and I like where they are right now. They are 10th. Leicester, I mean the bottom half. I mean the bottom. Listen, the funny the last 14 players. I mean teams in the league right now is Manchester United, Bournemouth, Liverpool, Everton, Wolves, Leicester City, and West Ham with 0 points. I think right now the only team with zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
so
the only thing I could say about that you just named, only half of them teams is top 10 teams, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
So for them to be on the bottom is saying something. But like I said, it is the beginning of the season, so we don't know. They might come back strong and whatever. But
They definitely
so
will.
far, it's just not looking too good. Their form is looking bad.
Yeah. Moving on. Fulham and Brentford. I watched some of this match. I would say even though they lost, Fulham looks really good. I mean, not Fulham. Brighton looks really good. I'm sorry. Brentford.
Brentford.
Brentford looks really good. Ivan Toney's a baller, man. I love that kid. Like he just knows where to be. He plays with this tenacity and this drive. And I mean, he had I think two or three disallowed goals because he was offsides. But I mean, it shows that I mean this was a really good game. Fulham. Um. My gosh, I'm sorry. What's his name? The winner from I'm on Malinkovic, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
I mean that goal from him in the 90th minute, man, really put it away, and was the winner for the and honestly surprised me because I mean Brentford was on the attack and they definitely I mean this game definitely looked really even and like it was just I mean like it came down to a 90-minute winner. And Fulham's become a team to really look out for this Premier League season, with that really strong striker and Milicevic. But yeah, I mean Brentford's building a really strong club as well, bringing in some guys. Um, and so yeah, man, I'm these two teams I'm liking. I think Brentford will stay up. Fulham maybe will stay up. We shall see. I mean, if Everton goes down this year, it'll be bad for the club. It'll be
Very
bad for the
bad.
club.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I mean, anything else y'all have on that game?
Nope.
No. Crystal Palace played Aston Villa this week as well. Wilfried Zaha got himself another goal, another two goals today, and I think he's become like the leading scorer in the Premier League now with 4 or 5, something like that. Um, but he's balling 30 weeks into the season. Um, Crystal Palace are trying to. I mean, I don't know what Aston Villa are doing. I don't think they think they're stealing a draw from somebody, but they really
No,
haven't.
they won one game.
Oh, yeah, they did. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I mean, so I mean, I gotta figure out what Aston Villa are really doing.
Everton. Everton.
Yep. That's exactly who they beat.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean, Crystal Palace really attacked them a lot this game. With 17 shots, 9 on target, could have had more than three. What is what's Steven Gerrard doing over there in Aston Villa?
He needs to figure it out. He's still working, I guess. Hopefully, I mean, got to get results. And this one, this is definitely a winnable game for them. It should be a 2-goal difference, and your only goal is in the fifth.
Hello?
Saying I was saying there was a goal. Their only goals in the 5th minute for Aston Villa. So it's like to get your goal in the 5th minute and just be quiet. I know that hurt, but
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. He's got to figure it out
I
pretty
mean,
soon, I think.
Zaha scored, I mean, 2 minutes later, and that just probably just took the air out of the team.
Yeah.
And then he scored again in 58, and then someone else finished it off in the 71st minute. But like they really need to yeah, like you said, figure it out and soon because I mean the Premier League isn't somebody that you just be able to just throw points away to. Like every point really matters, especially towards the end of that season.
Yeah.
Um,
Agree.
next we got Arsenal and
The
Bournemouth.
gun.
Uh,
My Gunners.
I mean, it was Bournemouth we were talking about.
Yeah.
Their defense is so bad. Like
Yeah.
watching this game, they couldn't stop anybody from attacking them. Granted, we see the 3 goals. And yeah, I mean, what do you, Elijah? Your Gunners. What do you have to say about Arsenal?
Still looking
Arsenal's
strong, still looking good. Keep it up. They starting to work. Like the new people that they got, they start to work together good. Chemistry is good, form is good, morals good. Everybody happy to play with each other. Looking good. Just keep it up. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
And
we
then,
saw.
like you said, granted, they was playing like Bournemouth, so hopefully they can do that against like City, Liverpool, like teams that's pretty good and
Yeah.
solid. So, but so
Next.
far so good.
Yeah. Next up, we got Brighton and West Ham. Brighton are still rolling, man. 2 goals past West Ham this weekend. West Ham's struggling. They're definitely on the struggle bus right now. I mean, is it the like early season shakes that a lot of teams have, like Liverpool? But we'll get to Liverpool in a second. Um, but Brighton, I mean, Brighton, they're playing. Over the past, like over the calendar year, Brighton's played some of the best football in the league. They're tied for second place. Well, they're in 5th place right now, but they're all tied on 7 points right now. So, I mean, maybe I'm not gonna say they're a team to look out for the top 5, but they're definitely a team to look out for because it's not gonna be an easy game. And the talent of West Ham is just it's too good to be like failing this much. Like Mikel Antonio, like I mean, he was one of the top goal scorers in the league last season. Bowen was a baller last season. Declan Rice was looked at as one of the best center defensive men in the league. And like right now, they just can't find a defense. They can't find a goal. They can't find anything right now as they're still sitting on 0 points. What do we think? West Ham can back and like start performing.
I would like to see them come back and perform well and perform that they need to be performing on with that type of team they got. But who knows? We'll see. That's all I'm gonna say. Because so far this season is looking pretty shocking to me. I'm not gonna lie. Some teams is coming out strong, and some teams that you think that's gonna come out strong is looking a little stale and weak.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, granted, I mean it is 3 weeks in.
Mm.
Just a matter of time, just until we see what happens with them. But next up we have Leeds United versus Chelsea. I'll talk about this.
Chelsea 3-0. Let's talk about it. Let's hear what's going on. What did you
I'll
see?
I'll say this. Watching this game, Leeds from the start of the whistle, from the first part of the game, you could definitely tell that they wanted it more. You could definitely tell that they were pressing. You can definitely tell that like their game plan and their attack and their defense and everything meant press the ball. Whoever got the ball, press them. Don't give them time to think. Towards the second half, oh no, towards the end of the first half, Chelsea started, keeping possession a little bit more. Granted, they were already down 2 goals, and that's nothing. I mean, that's nothing when it comes to that. But you can always get a goal back. But Mendy playing around with the ball in the back, with the American boy Arson, close to who intercepted and scored in a no look goal. But I don't know Chelsea right now. So here's my problem with Chelsea, and I'll break it down to you. What we're doing, like what, like the way Tuchel is running our offense and our defense is just not the way. No, okay. So first off, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Our midfield is terrible, in my opinion. Jorginho is laughable, and he's been laughable for the past 3 games. I don't. I understand why he's a captain. I understand why he's there because he's had such a great contribution to Italy last 2 years ago in the Euros, and then for Chelsea in the Champions League final, and the entire Champions League last season. But when it comes to what he's doing now, when he gets on the ball, it's like he doesn't know what to do. So in my opinion, we should have started Mendy because Mendy's not the problem. Mendy, he has some flaws, but he's better than Kepa. Kepa was terrible his first season. We should have started Koulibaly, Silva, and then we should have started Azpilicueta or Chalaba. Like, why aren't we starting Azpilicueta at right center back, where we obviously saw that he performed so well at that right center back role, and then we should put Reece James at the right wing back because that's where he performs great and going up and down the right side of the field and putting balls in and stuff. Because we saw when they made that sub at the end of the Tottenham game, and and Reece James went up, and Azpilicueta went to right center back. It just worked instantly. But I don't know why he didn't start it this season. But instead, he started Ruben Loftus-Cheeks, which does not work. And then we had Conor Gallagher on the field, who I get it. He's young, he's thriving, he's trying to make a name for himself. But he should not have played this game on Sunday. We have other players on the bench that should have played this game. Like Pulisic should have started probably. Ziyech is a baller. I like him a lot. I mean, we have Chalaba, who I mentioned should be. We don't have to start like Reece James at right center back. That role just does not fit for him, in my opinion. And then Kai Havertz is a clown up top, absolute clown. Put him where Conor Gallagher is, and then take Conor off, and then find somebody else to put up that striker. Because right now it's not working for us. And until he figures out how to fix this attack in this midfield, we're gonna be terrible. And we're missing Kovacic and Conte, and so that's a real bummer for us as well. All right, I'm done ranting about Chelsea.
Before we go on to the next team, you got anything to say, Ollie?
I mean, if you want to go about this team first, you can.
I want to
have
go.
some stuff.
Wait. Before you say
go
something, wait, I got one more thing. Leeds deserve to win this game. Plain and simple. They deserve this game. Chelsea did not. I'm done.
Okay. Go ahead, Ollie.
Why is he such a hater, bro?
Who?
Elijah.
Oh, Elijah? Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
You about to.
It's laughable. But I mean, this game, it was. I mean, I don't know. It's great to see Chelsea playing like this, but at the same time, I expect better. You know, hypocrite. Well, I mean, I'm a City fan. This man claims the best team in the Premier League each year, so there's a difference. Well, I mean, I guess not, because City generally are up there, but I've actually been a fan. I haven't switched. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. The Mendy goal, that was just horrible. You have to know if someone's pressing you, it just get the ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
Live to play another minute without a goal in the back of your net. Especially not being your fault like that. It wasn't a good goal. I mean, it was good pressure, right? Like, it was a good goal for him, but from Chelsea's, it was just sad. And then after that, I mean, there's no way to be comfortable with the ball at your feet, you know, after that happens. So he was just clearing it, you know, with time, but it's just like, I don't want to control this. The crowd's going to go crazy. I might mess it up again. So that really hurt him for sure. But I don't know. We'll see what they need. I mean, I've preached this since Sterling really, not when he got to City, because obviously his first year, I don't think he did great. Then his second year, he did amazing. But it's like, I don't think he's a great striker, in my opinion. He's good at creating space. Yes, it's not. He's great on the wing because he really will spread it out, right? But he's not great at shooting gaps. You know, he's not the player you expect to come back to get the ball and playing that false nine position, come back, get the ball, and dribble it up. He's not going to do that. He needs to get the ball on the wing, run it down, and try to get something in the middle. That is his job. And
he's a cut inside player. That's what he is.
Yeah. But I mean, and when you put him in the middle already, he's just there. You know, he'll get the ball sometimes, but he's not going to create a shot out of nothing ever.
Of course not.
You know, so it's just like, if you're going to have him there, you have to have somebody that is very crafty, you know, that can get around defenders, because Sterling will create some space, okay?
Yeah, he definitely will.
He is not a world-class striker that'll hit one from the edge of the 18 and you're scared, right? But
yeah,
if he's running, somebody's got to chase him. And chasing that man for 90 minutes, it's scary, but you have to have that player that can do it. And Havertz just – right now, he's just not looking like that player that could do that. So I think definitely trying to find another pairing for Sterling up there. If you're going to keep Sterling up there, it definitely has to be someone like that. So I don't know. This game was just very, very surprising for it to get this bad.
Yeah,
And then for Koulibaly to get that red, it's icing on the cake, I guess.
shut up. Elijah?
That's all.
Pretty much better listen to Ollie. Y'all got to do something. He has Sterling. City has Sterling, so he know how Sterling plays. So y'all should listen to him. Leeds played a better game. Chelsea do better. We could talk about the next game. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, I got one more thing. Koulibaly played like an absolute slug. When it comes to these 35-plus-year-old center backs, I don't think Koulibaly's that old, but he's old. But when it comes to these center backs, like I understand you need to partner Reece James with those guys because they're old, but at the same time, Aronson had Koulibaly in his pocket 80% of the game and then caused them to get a red card. And that first yellow was early, and I don't think it should have been a yellow. But I get it. But at the same time, it's like that first yellow really ruined it, and then he got sent off. So he'll be suspended next game. But yeah, Chelsea really needs to figure out what's going on before it gets bad too late, especially with that striker position. Newcastle versus Manchester City, 3-3 on the weekend. Ollie, this is your team. I'll let you start.
All right, let's go. What was the
All
deal?
right. So I love Pep, right?
Uh-oh.
He is a world class manager, right? But
Arguably the best of all time.
This don't sound
arguably,
good.
definitely
Where you
arguably.
going from?
But he has the tendency to play formations or players outside of their natural position in key spots, right? So we've already mentioned last year with the Fernandinho, putting him at center back for I don't remember how many minutes he was back there, but he was definitely the reason we lost that game. Fernandinho is a great center defensive mid, but CDM and CB are two totally different positions. Okay,
Yeah.
One of them is a support character, and one of them is generally your last line of defense, right before the goalie. If they get by you, you are SOL. We'll say, okay, like it's wraps. So with this game, we played essentially a two in the back, essentially, and then the rest midfielders, right? Because yes, we generally allow our right and left back to get upfield, right? That's normal, definitely for City. Our right back and left back are always very skilled with their feet. But the way he allowed them to play in that game was it was laughable. I don't understand it. Why would you allow both your left and right back to essentially free roam? I saw Walker looking like he's playing CDM for probably 80% of the match. And when you have a fast striker like Saint Max, I don't understand. I don't get it. When you have a fast striker like Saint Maximin that man is fast. You cannot let him get going. Our fastest defender is definitely Kyle Walker. That's not debatable. So why would you play him outside of his position where he's playing from back and has to run and catch up to this guy? That's not going to work. Yeah. And then he never changed it. It looked like Walker kind of just on his own, or maybe Pep eventually told him, but eventually he went back to just playing left back at the end when he was probably tired at that point. But it's just, I just don't understand. If we played how we normally played and left Walker on where he was supposed to be and only on that side, not roaming into the middle and getting shots, like why are you that far up? I just don't get it. We allowed too many counterattacks for that reason with him trying to get further up. So this game, I think we could have won this game, and I think we probably should have won this game. I mean, Newcastle played well. They played really well, and their strategy definitely countered what Pep was trying to do. And with how we keep possession, I understand why he liked the idea. For the first 20 minutes, it worked really well, actually. The first 20 minutes, it worked perfectly because we had possession. But the problem is when you have a fast striker like Maximin is, and you allow those through balls, it's gonna get hectic quick. And it did. And he didn't make a change at halftime with it. He was still doing it. So I mean, yeah, you're gonna let 3 goals in back to back. There's no way City can allow 3 goals to go in. So I'm proud of us for getting them back. Holland with the nice goal, Gundogan's goal was pretty nice too, So we played okay for the strategy that we had, but I wasn't a fan.
Elijah? You got something to
Not
say
too,
about this team?
nothing too much. I don't got nothing to say about City. He pretty much said everything. Well, they were struggling on.
So before we move into this last game, I want to preference this. I only watched the first half of this last game, so I want to go first. Manchester United pushes Liverpool Monday night. Manchester United won 2-1. So Manchester United coming out of this game, they started a really very, very probably the strongest squad that they have. Jadon Sancho got the goal in 16 minutes in, and honestly Liverpool looked shook. I'll start with United. United came out in a completely different personnel. They came out in a completely different mindset. They came out with the idea that what happened last week was not going to happen again this week, and that we are going to have to destroy and press and run around and actually play the game of soccer. And they definitely did. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 this first half, United, I would give them honestly a 9 because they dominated Liverpool. That being said, that partnership from Martinez and Varane at center back is amazing. And I was texting us in our group chat while we were watching this game, and I told Elijah was like, this Martinez guy is really good. And I was like, a guy like Harry Maguire cannot be a good partnership with him because Martinez is a guy who likes to be aggressive, put challenges in, get an early yellow card if he needs to, and just dominate the game. Just by his, I mean, I think he's 5'9", but like he plays like he's 6 foot something. And so he played really well, I would say. Definitely was a heart of that back line. And if you paired him with Varane, which they should have been doing from the jump, you saw that whole defense and that whole back line completely changed into something good. Eriksson played well. I mean, kind of well. Jadon Sancho played the best he's probably played since he's been at United.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Rashford and what's the kid's name? What's your boy? Bruno Fernandez.
Bruno's not my boy. He's having been. I mean, he did good this game. He did all right this game.
Alanga played as well too. I mean, that whole front four played great. They played like they wanted to run for the ball, and they literally were just playing Rashford and for through balls all game long, and it worked. Now moving on to Liverpool. Before this game, I didn't know they were down so many injuries. They have such a rough. Because okay, so let me read it out. Who's hurt for Liverpool right now? Because I was looking at that during the half because I was like, why is Liverpool looking so bad right now? And it's because they're out. They're out. They're brand new striker with a with a suspension.
Right.
They have Thiago out. They have help me. I can't remember. It's not even on here.
I mean, I can find in the messages.
I'm about to say I did send it.
Yeah. Just go. Just yeah. You
So
find
they
them
had
in.
Thiago out. They had Jota out.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Tip, their
Yeah.
defense, and
Chamberlain was out.
Chamberlain was out, and that's pretty much it. Other people, I mean, I guess they bench players, so it's good to have them, but that's pretty much the people that's really important on their team that they had out.
Yeah. And so, I mean, that
Firmino wasn't supposed to be 100%, but he played the full game, so he
Yeah,
felt good enough.
He was doubtful. So yeah.
And so, I mean, Liverpool even losing. I mean, they don't have some of their top players in the attack, and we saw. I mean, don't get me wrong, Milner and and Henderson are two. I mean, Harry Elliott didn't play the best. Just because that's just he played in a center mid position where he's usually more of the right winger, and so it was just hard for them on the week. But I mean, Liverpool really have to get their stuff together, man. Andy Robertson didn't look good at all. Um, but yeah, that's all I got for United. So I didn't watch second half, so I'll let y'all carry that.
Um,
Elijah, just being your team, what do you want to say?
you you be taking up the show. I can't even say nothing. You pretty much said everything I wanted to say.
I just talked about the first
It's
half.
Harry Maguire. We don't need to start him no more. We definitely need to start Varane more than him because Martinez and Varane got that chemistry together, and they both know how to play well. Martinez is nice. He's good. He's fast. He's physical. I like his physical. He get there. He get like you said. He can get a yellow card if he need to get it. He gonna play there. He gonna play. What else you said? You pretty much said everything that I wanted to say, and then I like the lineup we had too. Like the lineup was pretty good. Our striker who we had a striker. We had Rashford as a striker, which he's fast. He have his days when he's reliable. So pretty much, yeah, we said pretty much everything. But second half, coming into second half, Liverpool really started to up their game more. I was getting nervous, getting scared. I thought they was finna, get like 2-3 goals in second half because how they was playing, they was attacking more and pressing. But United was holding up their own, was playing good on defense, and wasn't just slouching. They looked like they were ready to play and they wanted to play. So that was a plus and good thing. So they was doing good, and then good counterattack by Marcus Rashford, getting that ball out, and passing Liverpool defenders just to get the goal to make it 2-0, and then pretty much and then Salah got the goal, and Liverpool just kept pushing and pushing and pressing and attacking, but we just held on and put up a fight. So that's pretty much what I got to say for that game.
Yeah, I mean it was a good game actually. With how Liverpool has started this year, it was kind of what I was expecting. Just because Manchester doesn't really have a choice but to at least go out because they just got that huge signing. And that was Casemiro's first time watching them live. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, imagine if they lost 4-0 again, like, ouch. But that's going to be huge for them, obviously. I don't think that's really needed to be said, but that's going to be huge. It's just they looked really well. Rashford looked amazing in my opinion. He was the main one pushing and really trying to press that defense to make that back pass and make Allison uncomfortable. I even saw him get a little bit of protein towards the end of the game because he was doing all that running. So he played really well. Overall, Manchester played well. Obviously, a lot of stats will come out about how they play with and without Ronaldo, and those will continue to come out. But when you have a player like Ronaldo, you have to adjust how everyone plays because he's going to want the ball. You got to feed him, and that's what his specialty is. So, of course, everybody else's numbers are going to be a bit lower. But it's really time for this manager to figure out if he can incorporate Ronaldo into his plan or if he feels that he would be more of a detriment. And as much as it sucks to say, a star player can be a detriment to certain teams, depending on their play style versus how that manager wants to play. So that's the next decision for him because, I mean, I don't think it's much of a – I don't know why Maguire was still captain, to be honest, in the first place, or on the team. But, we'll start with captain. So we'll see how that lineup continues to change, and this manager will continue to bring in some of his own guys, some of his players that he really likes, and we'll see how it shapes up. It's going to take them half the year to really get that team to where he kind of likes. It's going to take years for him to get all the players he wants. So this was a good showing for them. Definitely a win to be proud of. Liverpool. They looked very bad in the first half. Second half, they looked better, but a lot of passing around the back until that last 15, 20 minutes. They just, I don't know. Your two best, well, not best players, but two of your captains, I think, were literally arguing for half the match. Van Dijk and
Miller.
Milner,
And
where
Milner, yeah.
they were arguing like the entire match. A lot of miscommunications, especially between players that have been together. You know, this
Yeah.
isn't their first rodeo together, so they should be better than this. And it was just they just didn't look good. They didn't look comfortable. Obviously, when you have a player that can shoot like Rashford, you got to be scared. And Sancho's goal. Let's add. No one. You said it was nice, but that goal to stop on the dime, collect it again with another touch. It was beautiful.
Then just throw it back on his right foot, and then
Yeah. To take that touch, 90%. Oh, yeah, a good 90% of players would have taken that touch too heavy. He had the perfect weight on that touch to lay it right in front of him. So, beautiful goal by him. The defender actually played it pretty well and blocked the lane. He did what he thought he should have done, and I thought it was a good choice. But the goal was left open. So, they just look bad. Salah was also very frustrated, and it was very visible, especially in around the 70th minute. He barely touched the ball. I would love to see his stats on touches and successful. As soon as he got the ball, there were at least 2 to 3 defenders on him instantly. They played him really well the entire game, even on the goal. He's gonna score. You know, if they're down 2 goals, he's gonna find a way to score. So definitely good to keep him at bay to not score a second, but he was very frustrated, and along with essentially the entire team. But
He only
again,
had
a lot of
42 touches.
injuries. How many?
42.
Yeah, and that sounds like a lot, but for a player of his standard, like you want to, if it was me
At least
and
60.
we're down, yeah, if we're
60,
down, I'm feeding the
70.
ball that way, and he was getting frustrated because they kept going around the other side to get the ball upfield. But we'll see how they bounce back. They're gonna have to bounce back very soon, very soon.
I do want to add on and say when you was talking about Man United and the manager is talking about bringing 2 more players from Netherlands because he coached at 8. Is it Ajax? That's what it's called, Ajax. Yeah, he coached at Ajax, and he's talking about bringing Tony I think his name is Tony or something like that.
Anthony, the Brazilian right winger.
Yeah. So they talking about bringing him in, signing him. He want to sign him and bring him. He's pretty much bringing his players that he know to Man United, I heard, and he also another player that's he plays on PSV.
Yeah, he's the left winger. I'm not looking at his name right now.
I forgot his name too, but yeah, we also talking about bringing those 2 in, and like you said, bringing in Casemiro. So he's trying to build the team on how he wanted. It's just gonna take time, adapting, getting used to his play style. So hopefully, like I said, probably give it till probably mid-season, towards the end, they'll probably figure it out and get it right, Man United.
I mean, if United played with the tenacity that they played with yesterday, or not yesterday, last week, or on the weekend, whatever. It was yesterday at the time of recording this.
Okay.
Then I think they'll be fine.
If they keep that same lineup, yeah.
They played really.
Adding Varane and then adding Casemiro and pretty much put in. Don't get me wrong, McTominay, he's good.
He's not. You take McTominay out, you pick Casemiro in.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, when Casemiro finally gets situated, McTominay is going to be on that bench, and Casemiro is going to be up there for that center defensive mid, and
for sure,
he's going to be how he is, the best to me. So, we'll see when it finally dies down and they get settled in and start, forming it right. And like Ollie was saying with the Cristiano Ronaldo situation, we don't know what's his plan for him, how he's going to do it.
Okay, I have a question. Do you think he should leave?
Ronaldo, yes.
So the best player on the planet.
I think Ronaldo should come back. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Ronaldo should come back to Madrid. I'm not gonna lie. I think he should come back in Madrid and let United be the team that they are. And the reason why I say that, I'm not saying Ronaldo is the main reason on why United is bad, but like Ollie was saying, they gotta adapt to Ronaldo play style. Man United was never that team on having that one good striker that wants the ball all the time, feeding the ball. No, Man United was always played like they just played around with the players that they have, and whoever gets it open scores a goal or whatever. So,
I mean, if you remember, he was supposed to be going to Manchester City.
Yeah,
he was a City player.
City would have had to deal with him.
But I think whoa. I got it, Ollie. I got it. Hold on. I think that's a different type of dealing with a player. You go back to your legacy club pretty much. One of the first clubs one of the top clubs you play with.
Pretty much made your career.
Yeah, pretty much. And so like you go back to that. I think if he went to City, it would have been a completely different ego. It would have been a completely different game. I don't think it would have been this thing that he's done at United.
You would think he would have played better at City than United?
Yes.
Ollie?
I mean, arguably the greatest
Well,
coach or
Pep,
manager.
Pep, you're right.
Pep's not gonna.
And
Pep's
he
not
We
gonna
went
do
through
it.
like three different. Ronaldo went through like three different managers dealing with United. So yeah,
listen,
I can see
the first thing is if he was playing at City, he would definitely be a winger. We wouldn't be playing him center forward ever.
Yeah, because I got the strikers.
Anyways, we thrive off of pushing it down the wings. If we had Ronaldo, stupid. We probably wouldn't have Holland if we're honest.
Probably not.
But we would need him. Like, I like having Holland, especially since he's younger. And hasn't fully developed, or we don't know his ceiling, and that's scary. Because I mean, it's possible he's close to it, but even if he's close to it, like this skill level right now,
pretty damn high ceiling.
It's pretty high. So it'll be interesting to see how he could develop. Because I'm trying to think of where he could get better. Maybe ball skill.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because he uses pure
say
strength.
that, yeah.
He uses pure strength. That man is just a monster.
He's very clunky when it comes to the ball on his feet, but like when he gets
it gets to the destination. Like the assist he had, not this weekend, but the last weekend, like that was a very awkward assist. But how do you get so much power falling away from the ball behind you? So, but yeah, we're back to Ronaldo. Yes, we would be better.
Sure. But I do want to say, now that we're back on, I do want to say, actually, I don't even want him back at Real Madrid because Madrid is starting to adapt and pretty much do better now without him. So I don't want him back.
No matter where he goes, it doesn't matter where he goes unless he goes to a team full of nobodies that doesn't care, And I mean, that's never the case. Every player always wants to think that they're top 10, right? Because if you don't think you're top 10 or don't think you're capable of getting top 10, why are you playing this sport? That's my opinion.
But that ego can mess you up too. I know this is off topic, but I don't know. Have y'all been hearing about the PSG situation with Neymar and Mbappe? So that's what I'm saying. It could get two egos. Neymar think he's the best. Mbappe think he's the best. Mbappe got the highest contract. Neymar don't. But who's the top player? Who's the owner of PSG? So like.
There's way more than two egos there, and that's probably why
Messi too. I forgot about Messi, but Messi humble. Messi humble. He stay out the way.
Messi's more humble, yeah.
But Neymar and Mbappe,
You have a player that's being argued as the best in the world versus two players that obviously have not best in the world, but right now in terms of their presence, like you have two other players that are great. So it's still another ego. Like, yes, Messi
for sure
stays out of it, but he's still there. Di Maria is still there. No, he's not on par with those others.
Di Maria's gone. Di Maria's gone.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's probably why he left. There's too many big egos and too many people that need the ball.
And Di Maria minutes was starting to he wasn't even playing a lot when they got Messi.
So they all need the ball.
I mean, that contract that he signed, he being Mbappe signed, like pretty much gave him full leverage to like do what he wanted to do. And so like the problem is you give this 21-year-old kid, 22, 23, 24, whatever his age is.
He's 22.
You give this kid so much access to a club. Mm-hmm. And like just watching his just what he did, like he's done two things. From what I see, he bumped Messi, one of the greatest of all times in the world. Like he bumped him and shrugged him off. Like you don't shrug off him. You don't shrug off anybody. Like humble yourself, kid.
He got that ego. That's his
problem. And then the second thing, I think there was like a run up the right side of the field, and he was calling for the ball, and the ball never came, and he literally just turned around and started walking away from the play. Like that's not how you play the game. That's not what you do. What you do is you turn around and you get back, or you press the ball, or you do something, but you don't visibly show an ego. Like you don't visibly do that, and that just pissed me off.
Yeah, Mbappe he been feeling himself ever since his big contract lately. But another thing I was hearing too about the situation on the fact that Neymar is upset is because the Mbappe, I guess he was trying to downplay Neymar on
Of
something,
course he is.
or was talking about how Neymar back about something, and that Neymar didn't like, and that he found out, through PSG. And I also want to say PSG is a messy company, and then they just money hungry people, and then not even money hungry people. They also just I don't know what's up with PSG. They just a weird team to me. And then they want to get all these big players and stack them on PSG in the worst league ever. League One is terrible.
Listen,
Who cares?
frankly, the reason they're doing
but
this,
then they also trying to win UCL. They trying to win Champions League, which it's just not going to happen.
maybe.
We got to stop doing that. We'll see this season, but that's. I wanted to talk about. I know that it's off topic, but I did wanted to bring that up.
No, I'm glad you brought it up because
Yeah.
that's just I don't know until Mbappe humbles himself, he's gonna be going down a really, really bad slope.
He's gonna be the villain.
It's not gonna be good. It's not even the villain. He victimizes himself with that kind of attitude and that kind of play, and that's nothing. If me as a manager, I do not want that on my team.
Exactly.
I do not.
But
but
he's pretty much like the owner, so
exactly.
he's not gonna really do nothing. So
unless you send him to Real Madrid.
Fuck, I don't even. Ooh, excuse my language. I'm so sorry. No, I don't want him now. I'm glad he didn't come to us. At first, I didn't want him, but nah, forget him. Forget him. He can stay.
Frankly,
don't come to Madrid.
So let's jump into predicting next week's games real quick before we head out of here. Firstly, we're going to start off with Manchester United versus Southampton.
If Man United come out playing like they did against Liverpool, they should be able to win. Same lineup and everything. Varane start, Maguire don't start. Ronaldo, same exact thing, same exact play style. Wanting to play, pushing forward. Man United 2-1 again.
They've got to win some games, especially games like this. So, yeah, I'll give it to Man United 2-1.
I'll go United. Actually, I'll go Southampton.
I can see it.
It's possible. It might happen. No, I'm not going to disagree with it.
One good game, and now they're gonna win every game. I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm not bashing them for that, but yeah, we just have to wait and see about that. Chelsea versus Leicester on the weekend.
Oh, I say Leicester winning. Leicester. Leicester
with the slump that Leicester's in.
If Chelsea's still in that slump that that they lost 3-0 to Leeds, it can happen with Leicester too.
Leicester's worse than Chelsea right now. You're just being biased. Look at them.
Because you try to be funny with the Southampton and Man United.
Southampton's won games this season.
Listen. All jokes aside, I would pretty much say a draw. I'd say a draw.
No.
Davion, your face.
Bro. It's ridiculous. What do you got, Ollie? What do you got, bro?
I actually do have Chelsea winning this. They just can't keep. They gotta win the game. So, I'll give it to them. Well, Leicester's gonna score, so I'll give it to them 3-2. 2-1. I can't see them scoring 3. 2-1.
Not with that type of lineup and strikers.
I got Chelsea winning 2-1. Brighton
these
versus
two good
Leicester.
teams.
I'm at Brighton versus Leeds. That's a good game.
Yeah, draw.
I have Leeds winning.
This could really go anyway.
Yeah.
I do think it'll be very close and a good game. I'll give it to Brighton, actually. I'll give it to them. I think both teams will score.
Yeah.
I'll say 3-2 on this one. I'll say 3-2.
Next game we have Manchester City versus Crystal Palace.
I thought City was gonna beat Newcastle. Nah, City gonna win.
I got City as well.
Yeah. I got City. We'll see what happens, man. He better not do that again.
If Pep don't do what he did. Yeah, I was about to say Pep don't do what he did last game.
Because our lineup was fine. It's
just
players how they need to be played. Okay, let's fix it at halftime if it's clearly broken. All right.
Right.
The counterattacks all first half were insane. Anyways, yes, I do have Man City winning. Hopefully 3-1.
Leeds.
For the next game, I want
Nah.
to say something. But go ahead.
Liverpool versus Bournemouth.
All right, so we could all agree on Liverpool winning their first game.
Yeah.
Okay. Ollie?
I can see a tie, but yeah, I would have if any team wins, it's got to be Liverpool.
Against
tie?
them? A tie against Bournemouth? I mean,
Have,
whatever
have we seen what's happened so far this year?
But have you seen what's happened to Bournemouth?
Are we talking about the same team?
If I have Liverpool winning this, but I could see them messing it up and it being a tie.
If they mess it up, it's Liverpool at this point.
I can see it happening, but I do have Liverpool winning this. Like 2-0, honestly. But I can see.
Brentford, Everton.
Brentford.
Yeah. I got them winning like 2-0.
Yeah, me too. Arsenal, Fulham.
Gunners.
I have a draw here.
Yeah.
I have a
honestly.
2-2 draw.
Oh, wait, are you being serious?
I'm dead serious. Fulham's attack has really performed this season.
I mean, maybe. Hey, I could see it, but I definitely have Arsenal winning this one, like by 2 goals.
Gunners.
Wolves versus Newcastle.
Newcastle.
What they did to Manchester City last week, I got Newcastle.
Newcastle. Right. If they put up a fight against City, one of the best Premier League team, number 1?
2.
Former number 1.
Former Champions League semifinals.
So, and they 3-3. No, they was winning at first, 3-1.
Yeah.
So Newcastle, they've been pretty, like y'all saying, they've been pretty good. So
Aston Villa, West Ham. Does West Ham take their first win this week?
I want West Ham to win the game so bad, but I'm going with Villa.
I got Villa as well.
Yeah, guys, we got to take this step by step. First, they got to score a goal. They haven't scored this season yet, so that'll be step 1 for them. I do have Villa winning this one. I would love to see West Ham score though, so I'll have Aston Villa winning 3-1, 2-1.
Yeah, I agree. Nottingham Forest to finish the week. Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham on the week.
I could see a disappointment on Nottingham beating them, but I'm going to go with the Spurs. But I can see Nottingham beating them or drawing.
They better not win this game.
Huh?
But I could go. I'm going to go with Spurs though.
I'm going with a draw.
Oh, that should hurt Spurs. That should really hurt.
I hope it does.
It should.
Yeah, you mad because of this.
I do have Spurs winning this. Should be it shouldn't be comfortably. Actually, I have them win this maybe by 1 goal. I could see a tie though.
Yeah.
Well, we have we have made it to the we've made it to the end of the video, where we thanks for listening. If you made it this far to the end, another week, another Premier League weekend, and we gave you a little bit of other sports. Excuse me, a little bit more soccer knowledge in the middle of it with some PSG drama, but we've enjoyed recording this week. And Ollie, Eli, thanks y'all for joining today.
Of course,
it's always been a good one.
Like and subscribe.
Huh?
Like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, like and subscribe. This has been the post game. Peace.
Peace.